Welcome to my channel, The Discovery Desk.
Analyzing the recent conflict in Ukraine, or U.S. operations in Iran, reveals a specific tactical preference: the heavy reliance on standoff weapons. Standoff distance refers to the capacity to strike high-value targets from hundreds of miles away. This allows a military to destroy an objective without ever exposing its human troops or expensive launch platforms to enemy fire. India faces this pressure directly along its border with China, where the People's Liberation Army maintains a massive advanced missile arsenal. This is compounded by the secondary threat from Pakistan, which actively fields its own cruise missile system, the Babur. The Babur's origins trace back to a 1998 U.S. strike in Afghanistan. An unexploded Tomahawk missile was recovered and, with Chinese technical assistance, reverse-engineered into the current Pakistani weapon. In a region where long-range strike capabilities are the standard, a nation without an equivalent capability operates from a position of strategic vulnerability. To address this, Indian defense planners prioritized the development of a reliable, indigenous, long-range cruise missile. That effort began with the Near-Bay program. Engineering a weapon that can travel vast distances while navigating just above the ground proved difficult. Since 2016, the Near-Bay program was characterized by a series of high-profile test failures. These failures meant that India's deep strike ambitions remained grounded, leaving a gap in its ability to deter regional adversaries. On June 15th, a textbook test launch off the Odisha coast demonstrated that the persistent engineering hurdles were finally being cleared. This is the Long-Range Land Attack Cruise Missile, or LRLACM. It is now being publicly presented under a new moniker, the Indian Tomahawk. To achieve this success, designers replaced unreliable, imported components with a fully indigenous propulsion system. The core of this new system is the Manik small turbofan engine. This turbofan provides the fuel efficiency needed for sustained flight at Mach 0.8, giving the missile a projected strike range of up to 1,500 kilometers. Intercepting the LRACM is difficult. A ballistic missile follows a high arc into space, but a cruise missile stays low and flat. It uses terrain hugging over land and sea skimming over water, dipping beneath the detection cones of enemy radar. It uses waypoint navigation to weave through these defenses, carrying a 500 to 1,000 kilogram conventional or nuclear warhead to its target with high precision. This puts the LRACM in a similar class to the U.S. tactical Tomahawk, though the U.S. version includes the ability to loiter for hours and switch targets mid-flight. Even without those specific loitering features, but LRLCACM serves as a bespoke engineering solution designed to navigate India's specific border geography. The missile's versatility allows it to be integrated across different branches of the military, moving beyond simple ground-based launchers. For the Navy, the missile is compatible with the universal vertical launch modules found on frontline warships, such as these stealth destroyers. This shifts tactical geometry. A destroyer in the Arabian Sea or Bay of Bengal projects a 1,500-kilometer radius inland. Westward, this covers Pakistani locations: Islamabad, Rawalpindi, and Karachi. Deployed on northern or eastern borders, it covers Chinese infrastructure in Lhasa, Chengdu, and Urumqi. While the June test was a milestone, the weapon will not be appearing on the front lines immediately. The path to formal induction requires 2 more developmental trials and 2 user trials, a process expected to span the next 2 years. This timeline represents the final stage of a long technical journey, transitioning from the early setbacks of the Near-Bay program to mastering indigenous turbofan propulsion and waypoint navigation. By completing this indigenous deep strike capability, India is securing a long-sought pillar of its deterrent strategy, providing a counterweight within the complex security environment of the Indo-Pacific.